Ekolo láyé táwa yìí sẹ́. Ekolo ń gbé ní dẹni gíga. Ekolo ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ̀dàkúnyé.
We saw that most of these freshers are coming green from secondary school. They have not had freedom from their homes in the past. So we need to orientate them about what it takes to be in a tertiary institution. Some of them have to know how to curtail their freedom so that they will not be introduced into menace that is going on in the society today. You know, these are the days when the young people are involved in yahoo, hookup, banditry, cultism, and all form of menace. So, and many of them, they have come in with the hope of being trained and going out with good certificates. Some of them will end up being withdrawn from the school if they fail to concentrate on academic activity. So the orientation is to inform them about the expectation of the school. We have told them through the orientation what it entails to be in their institution, the reason why they should concentrate on their academics. And we also told them that all works are no play, make a jack a dull boy or jick a dull girl. Sporting activities is available in the school. And all other side attraction that is available within the school, we have told them. However, all things must be done with moderation so that they will not be distracted from their major reason from coming to this school. Either you want to be a politician, you want to go into sports and other things like that. You will only be able to do that if you are validly and are a student of the school. Once you have issues and you cannot meet up with your academics and you are asked to go, then all those interests are gone with it. So that is the major reason for us orientating them properly. Drug abuse also, we told them, you have to sleep when you need to sleep. You don't have to be using one means or the other to keep yourself awake or whatever. So those are the things we have done, and we believe we have contributed to them to make success, even on campus here.
It's a body sensation that when you are urinating, you are feeling like they put fire close to your body. Then you too can have whitey discharge, cloudy one from the tip of your penis. Then when you test your testicle down, if you touch it and you are feeling pains, that might be symptoms of sexually transmitted infection caused by chlamydia. Then gonorrhea. When people talk about gonorrhea, they always talk about gonorrhea in men. Gonorrhea can affect both men and women. So it doesn't spare anybody. So in women, you also have the body sensation, you have discharge, your discharge can be yellow or greenish. Pain too, you bleed in between periods, sometimes causing heavy periods. It's like the symptoms are the same with what? With chlamydia. And the same thing with men. Yellow discharge, greenish, pain in the testicle. Then, the one I was talking about are herpes. And a lot of people have that herpes. And that herpes, oh Lord Jesus, that herpes is one of the things that is very difficult to manage. You know why? You just don't have it. Because if you have it, it's caused by a virus. And that was when I was explaining 1 and 2. That virus can be in the body and it will hide in the nerves. That's the bad thing about it. Even when they treat it, they give you drug, they give you antivirus, it goes. That doesn't mean the virus has left completely. It will hide in the body. At a time when the immunity is low or there's one thing that will activate it, it comes up again. So genital herpes is one of sexually transmitted infection. We call it that it's recurrent. What do I say? What do I say? It means even if you don't have sex with somebody that has it again, some people can be having that for life. I've married an elderly woman like that. She's always having it. The virus will always be reactivated. That about genital herpes because sometimes it comes out like you have something like maybe small boil with clear water inside and it's painful and itchy. Or you have something like that, it's not painful but it's itching you. So that is they are like pinpoint boils, like pimples with water inside. And some people because in the process of trying to scratch the place, paining them, they will burst it, you now become all these pinpoint ulcer, and and it becomes a problem before they bring it back to the hospital. This is an example. This is not clear, but this is an example of genital herpes. Some of you that can see that picture, that's what you see. This is in a human being, not from internet. So just see all these pinpoints, those pinpoints. Let me see if I can touch it. Those are the ulcers. The next slide. So then I've explained what genital wart is caused by what we call human papilloma virus 6 and 13. Can you repeat that? And it is this human papilloma virus 16 and 18 that causes cervical cancer. But the one that causes what is this. And cervical cancer too. One of the things that we are associated with is people that have early sexual intercourse. People that have intercourse at a young age. You know, we are talking about all these uncle brothers that put all those things. It's one of the people that have it, they have an higher risk of having cervical cancer. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just checking that in. So they have warts, and these warts, they can be painless, they can be itchy, they can be red, they are like small, and they can be very big. They can be small. You can see them in your thigh around this place. You can see it on at the back, inner side. They can cause sore throat for people with oral sex. So they are this fleshy growth. The next slide, please. These are warts. These ones are clay. Can you see how they look? These are things that people are carrying. This is somebody's bowel. Yes. Yes. This is picture from what? This is a male. This is what? Can you see? These are warts. These things, they are very real. So that is why we say, don't do things you are not meant to do. Because you see, 5 minutes enjoyment can cause a lifetime of what? Of pain.
College here, we frown at anything that has to do with any financial transaction between students and the lecturers. And anything that has to do with sex for mark also, we are not tolerant to such. So we have a unit that is called ACTU, Anti-Corruption Transparency Unit. Those units are saddled with responsibility of looking into cases like this. And we have also we have a suggestion box, which any student that is abused or that is maybe that such is introduced to, you have the freedom of writing whatever you feel anonymously, and they drop in that box and we'll look into it. And if for any reason you can stand to prove your point, you can walk up to the provost or the director of academic planning or dean of students and prove your point, and we'll call such person to order. So in this college, we frown at anything called sex for mass or extorting students financially for any reason. And this is a federal institution. There's no lecturer that has the right to sell anything to the students. If you have done any academic activity, any write-up, and we have looked at it in Directorate of Academic Planning, and we feel it's good for the student, student can buy, but we will sell it through our means. No lecturer can sell anything under any guise to any student. So all those things we look into it, and anybody that is fall victim of it will be shown the way out.
That mindset, you are looking up to one man there, one man there, one man there. No, please. That thing is some of these things that has turned this generation upside down. That everything a girl thinks is what you can collect from a boy. It's just pure rubbish. How do men have sex urge than women? Number one, let me correct that impression. This is not necessarily true. We have some women that are sexually expressive. That's the way they are. On this sense, there is this one thing we do in our church where daddy and mom as our pastors, they answer questions for couple. And there's this couple where the woman is more sexually expressive than the man. So the man now was like feeling like the girl has a problem, maybe she's possessed. That's why she's having sexual urge more than boy. It's not necessarily true. It's possible a man have more sexual urge. It's possible a girl have. In fact, one of the reasons why we don't know that girls have sexual urge more than men is because in this part of the world, when you do it, people start abusing you. So, yeah, even if they have sexual desire, even in marriage, they keep it. They hold themselves, they wait till the time their husband says, come, let's have sex. Because we have done something to people's mind that it is a taboo for a lady to sexually express herself, even in marriage. So in the context of marriage, as a girl, you can be free to say you want to have sex with your husband anytime you feel like. So those kind of terminologies are not necessarily correct. Why? Because when people were making those laws that men have sexual, it was because women were not actually allowed to sexually express themselves. Why? Because they give them a name. So, and if it is true in some way, that's the way God made them. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal when you have sex when you are not meant to have it. And even for females. If I'm a teenage father, what do you think you should do? You have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So, see Dr. Mrs. Odeseni, she will tell you what to do. When a boy is brave, is it a crime? Because to me, it might be an enjoyment. So, if you are a boy, the person that wrote this question, if you think it's an enjoyment, then maybe you were not actually raped, it was with mutual consent. That's the only thing I can say about it, because how can rape be an enjoyment? Something is wrong with you if somebody rape you and you are enjoying it. You have an issue. On sexual disease through masturbation. Anyway, masturbation is an issue actually. Is an act that people do, especially with these avatars and the likes. But where masturbation comes in is like when people masturbate, most of those people eventually they end up having casual sex. Because when they are high, they just look for anybody that is available to have sex with. So that's all this masturbation, all those things, don't get involved. In fact, none of those things, they have one bad spirit.
Greatest Animal health. BLT. SLT. Fishes.
We want the student to heed to all the advice that they were given. At the very first day when the orientation started, I was there in person. Also, I told them about my own experience when I was in the college. You know, I have one or two friends that will read together. At the end of the day, if they have carryover, I will just imagine what happened. But it's as a result of maybe some people started studying late, or some people, maybe one way or the other, they miss their priorities. Some will not go to class, some will not do tests. All these things we have advised them, and I want them to heed to this advice. And by the grace of God, we'll pray and we'll work hard to see them at their graduation.
I know that the normal culture of orientation is to take the students around, they will familiarize themselves with the college, but we now discover that they need more than that. And the provost felt that there are so many things. These schools, they are coming with different baggages from their secondary schools or wherever they are coming from. So we need to also, let them know some things, some vices that can debar them from having academic excellence, and they are in different ways. So the provost deemed it fit with the management that we should organize talks for them on things like if you look at our flyer, we have talks on youth and sexual matters, and that takes care of rape, sexual assault, some STIs, teenage pregnancy, and all that. And then we also had a talk on substance abuse, not drug abuse, because it is more than drugs. We have substance abuse, the causes and the consequences. We also had talk on is education is scam. And we also have another one. I think there was another one that we had. We had different talks. And another one about academic excellence. So we had different types. So when they are exposed to this, the people we brought are seasoned professionals, and they were able to relate with us, based on their own experiences. They've been in the shoes of the students in the time past, so they were able to come from their own experience and make the students to know what did we encounter, the challenges, in the college, and how they were able to overcome it, so that they would not fall into the same pit that they fell into, and all those things. So, and we thank God that it's been an awesome one. And from the feedback from the students, like, look at today now, we had just one talk, and we've been here since 9 a.m. and we're just finishing, because there are so many questions that students want to ask. Many of them they cannot ask their parents at home. Many of them are going through a lot and they cannot talk to anybody. So when they come here and this kind of things are organized, we also have them to ask questions, write on paper, and so we're able to alleviate their fears, and then they can have a very good start.
We thought a lot, because we've been here since Tuesday. Okay? We did it on Tuesday, yesterday, and today as well. And it has really been a time of impartation. We've been so much imparted, and it has been fine and fun as well.
Actually, I was opportune to work in just today orientation program. The orientation program started 2 days ahead, so I was opportune to grace today's orientation program, and it has been a well-organized program. Actually, it was a mind-blowing one. So it's a good thing for the college to organize, as in to step on this orientation program for the freshmen.
I've learned we should stay away from sex. We should keep our mind focused on our studies instead of going for sex and other stuff.
She has many points in all what she was saying, and it's very useful for us, because she was telling us about the sexual intercourse with other people. Like, some people might have like STD or different type of disease, gonorrhea. There are different type of sex. She told us about oral sex and sexual intercourse with like physical sex. So the oral sex, you can transmit some disease from one person to another.
Oral sex is not good. Like, we should abstain from it, because it can actually lead to so many things. It can lead to teenage pregnancy.
I would like to urge the school to continue this orientation program, because it is something that really impacted me, and I believe that it will impact the coming generation if they continue.
Listen to what we actually heard today, talking about this sexual raping, the thing. People say that it is a kind of stigma that can actually affect and distract students. So our students out there, one thing we can just do is that we should just focus our mind. And in focusing our mind, we could actually desist from it and avoid it. So with that, our mind will be settled and we have a fixed focus of education alone, and not merging marital stuff with it and then our education.
I feel like they should go on with this orientation so that we benefit some freshers that are coming after us.
I have learned that abstinence is the best thing that you can do so as not to contract any disease. The best thing that you can do is to abstain, and if you are not of marriageable age or you are not yet married, you should abstain totally from sex and anything that is related to it, so as not to contract any infections.
Ẹ̀yin òbí wa, tẹ́ bá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá.